Maybe they are the life of the party or the CEO of their own world. But what if we told you that behind that high ego, there are some psychological weaknesses you can spot and navigate like a pro? Well, today we are diving into 10 weaknesses of a high-ego woman and showing you how to handle them like a boss using dark psychology. Now, we are not here to manipulate or play games, no. We are here to understand and navigate these dynamics, whether you are dealing with a colleague, friend, or even someone you are dating. Let's get into it. Weakness 1. Overcompetitiveness. Competition is practically her middle name. Whether it's work, looks, social status, or just being the best in the room, a high-ego woman often feels the need to outshine everyone around her. It's a constant battle for the top spot, and she's always ready to claim that victory. So, how do you navigate this friendly rivalry? Well, here's a little strategy for you. Frame challenges as a win-win. Let her feel like the champion. Let her have that victory moment. Celebrate her accomplishments like she's the queen of the game. But here's the kicker: while you are letting her take the lead, subtly position yourself as her equal or even better in specific situations. Find those moments where you can excel and let your performance speak for itself. The key: don't overshadow her, just match or surpass her in a way that doesn't feel like a threat but more like a friendly challenge. Competitive. Absolutely. But remember, subtlety wins the race. You both get to shine, and in the end, you are seen as her equal, not a rival. Double victory. Weakness 2. Inability to admit fault, owning mistakes. Not her style. For a high-ego woman, admitting she's wrong is like admitting she's not perfect, and that not happening. When faced with a mistake, instead of holding her hand up and saying, "I messed up," she will often find ways to deflect, justify, or completely deny it. So, what's the move when you need to point out a mistake? Simple. Do it gently. Don't hit her with a direct confrontation because you will be met with resistance. Instead, focus on the bigger picture. Frame the situation as something you both can learn from, rather than something she did wrong. Let her save face by making it about growth, not failure. For example, instead of saying, "You were wrong about this," say something like, "We both might have missed this, but now we have got a chance to improve it together." This way, you are preserving her pride while still addressing the issue. By approaching it this way, you maintain her self-esteem, and she's more likely to accept the correction without feeling attacked. Win-win. Weakness 3. Oversensitivity to criticism. Second, criticism is like kryptonite for her. High-ego people have a fragile pride. A tiny critique and boom. Instant defensiveness, emotional outburst, or even total shutdown. It's like they are invincible until you say the wrong thing, and suddenly, poof, the ego deflates. So, how do you handle it? First rule, frame your feedback carefully. Think of it like giving a gift wrapped in praise. Start with sincere compliments, highlight what she's done well, and show genuine appreciation for her strengths. Then, gently introduce your point. Instead of saying, "That's wrong," say something like, "I love your approach here, but what if we also tried this?" You're guiding her, not attacking. It's constructive, not destructive. And most importantly, let her know you are on her side. Make it clear that you are both working towards the same goal. When you do this, she will feel supported, not threatened. She's more likely to listen, and the defensiveness gone. Weakness 4. Desire for control. The need for control, the classic move. She's probably the type who wants to steer everything, every conversation, every project, every little detail of her life. We are talking big boss energy here. If she's in the room, best believe she's driving the bus. So, what do you do when someone needs control but you have got your own ideas to share? Here's the trick: give her control. But, and this is important, do it in a way that works for both of you. Position yourself as her ally, someone who makes her feel even more powerful in the driver's seat. You're not taking over, you're just adding fuel to her fire. Subtly guide the situation without ever undermining her authority. Use phrases like, "You know, I love the way you are handling this. What if we also considered this option?" You are not challenging her, you are collaborating. You both win this way. You get to make your impact without stepping on any toes. Weakness 5. Fear of vulnerability. Vulnerability. Yeah, that's not in her vocabulary. High-ego people often mask their insecurities with layers of pride and confidence. They put on a brave face, but underneath, they never want to show any hint of weakness. It's like they are carrying a shield, trying to protect themselves from anyone seeing the cracks. So, what do you do when vulnerability is off the table? Here's the key: don't force it. Avoid putting her in situations where she might feel exposed or vulnerable, especially in front of others. Pushing her too hard to open up could make her shut down completely. Instead, create a safe space for her. You want to make her feel secure and in control of the environment. That way, she can let her guard down when she's ready, not when you force it. Remember, trust is key. When she feels safe, she's more likely to trust you, and trust is the foundation of any strong relationship. So, let her lower her shield in her own time, and you will see her start to open up more and more. You have earned it. Weakness 6. Need to be right. Okay, let's talk about the need to be right, and I mean really right. Everyone wants to feel like they are on point, but for someone with a high ego, being right is everything. It's not just about facts, it's about proving that they are the smartest, the most capable, and the ultimate authority. So, if you find yourself in a disagreement with a high-ego person and they are wrong, brace yourself. If you challenge their position, expect defensiveness or even an aggressive reaction. It's like hitting a wall of pride. Here's the trick to managing this: agree with her first. Find something she's right about, no matter how small, and agree. A little validation goes a long way. This softens the ground and opens the door to share your own perspective. So, compliment her first, then introduce your idea as an extension of her brilliance. This keeps her ego intact while letting you influence the outcome. By framing your point as something that complements her ideas, she's more likely to listen and trust your input without feeling attacked. Weakness 7. Need for validation. High-ego people thrive on praise and compliments. They need to hear they are amazing, constantly. It's like they have this invisible trophy, and if you don't acknowledge it, they will feel like they are invisible. You know that I'm the best vibe. Yep, that's it. So here's the secret ingredient. Compliment her achievements sincerely, but don't stop there. Don't just drop a single compliment and walk away. No. You need to be consistent, like a steady stream of sunshine to her ego. When you shower her with genuine praise regularly, you are not just boosting her self-esteem, you are building rapport and making her feel seen and understood. And let's be real, who doesn't love feeling special, right? Pro tip: make it public. Praise her in front of others, say things like you are awesome, like everyone hearing it. You will quickly become the person who reinforces her greatness, and trust me, she will be drawn to you. Weakness 8. Insecurity behind the mask, behind that massive ego. Insecurity. Yep, you heard me right. High-ego women often put up a strong front, like a suit of armor, but underneath, there's a lot of self-doubt and vulnerability lurking beneath the surface. She may not show it, she might act like she's untouchable, but trust me, those insecurities are there. So, here's how you handle it. While she's acting like she's on top of the world, offer reassurance when the opportunity arises. You want to show her that she's supported and that she has a safe space to be herself, flaws and all. When you give her that affirmation, you are not just feeding her ego, you are helping her feel secure in who she is. When she feels safe and confident around you, she's much more likely to open up, let down the mask, and trust you on a deeper level. So, remember, when you offer genuine support and reassurance, you are not just boosting her ego, you are helping her embrace her true self. And that's where real connection happens. Weakness 9. Difficulty with teamwork. Sometimes it's like trying to mix oil and water. High-ego individuals typically prefer solo work because, let's be real, they love being the star of the show. Group dynamics, not their favorite thing. They'd rather call the shots, handle the spotlight, and get all the glory on their own. So, How do you handle this? Let her shine individually, but also highlight the power of collaboration. Emphasize how teamwork can amplify her brilliance. You want her to see teamwork not as a threat, but as a platform to showcase just how amazing she is. Position the group goal as something that aligns with her goals. For example, say something like, with your leadership, the team could totally knock this out of the park. By framing the team's success as a direct extension of her personal success, you make collaboration feel like an asset, not a compromise. So, teamwork doesn't have to be a struggle, it can be her ultimate stage to show off her greatness. And trust me, that's a win for everyone. Weakness 10. Superficial relationships. Yep, high-ego people are masters at this. They often prioritize image over authenticity. Whether it's the perfect Instagram photo or the idealized persona they project, they care more about how they are perceived than the depth of their connections. So, if you want to build a genuine connection with a high-ego woman, here's the strategy. Meet her where she's at. Don't jump straight into deep, emotional territory. She's not going to be there right away. Instead, start by engaging with her on her level. Talk about shared interests, align with her goals, and flatter her with sincere compliments about what she's good at. But here's the catch, you are not just playing the game, you are slowly building rapport. Once you have established trust on the surface, gradually deepen the relationship. Show her that real trust is worth more than any glossy exterior. She's more likely to open up when she feels comfortable and confident in your intentions. Don't rush it, just let it grow naturally. Building trust will turn that superficial connection into something real, and that's when the magic happens. So, to recap, we have talked about how to deal with a high-ego woman's need for validation, fear of vulnerability, desire for control, and all the other psychological nuances. The goal here isn't to manipulate, it's to understand and navigate these dynamics for better communication and stronger relationships. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more insights, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out. Drop a comment below with your thoughts or experiences dealing with a high-ego personality, because we are all in this together. Thanks for watching, and remember, confidence is great, but self-awareness is what makes relationships thrive.